Hey, what's going on everyone? My name is Joel. I still have my Christmas tree up. Megan wanted to keep it up until New Year's, so that's what we're gonna do. I have a couple of things to talk to you about in this video. I'm not really sure where to start. It is right after Christmas, so maybe I will start with what I got for Christmas. Clothes, socks, deep fryer. Oh shit. Hat, socks, alcohol, hat. So I actually got some other stuff. I got some gift cards, some other clothes, some lotto tickets. I already used the gift cards to buy some clothes off of Dick's Sporting Goods. I love Dick's. And American Eagle. And some Uggs off of Amazon, some Ugg boots, some manly looking Ugg boots. You wouldn't be able to tell they were Uggs unless you were looking very close to my feet. Your face had to be very near them to see the Uggs logo, and then you would be very suspect for getting so close to my feet, and you would not be able to judge me for wearing Uggs. They're very warm and it's a very cold state, so I love my Uggs. I love this hat, this Pistons hat. I'm gonna wear this to the next Pistons game I go to, which will probably be the February game where Chauncey Billups is getting his jersey retired. I got some very close to the court seats for that, so I am excited about that. Gonna go with my brother. This MSU hat is boss. I love the old Sparty logo. You don't see that on a lot of things anymore, but this is really cool. 47 brand makes nice hats. This is kind of gonna be for running and working out in the winter. Same with this hat is, some winter gear. I like long socks in the winter. Megan got me some, your girl gotta get some stuff that she think you look good in when only she see you. I don't know what I'm talking about. More socks, and I like I said, I like long socks because I get very cold. I'm an old man in an older looking man's body. I don't know what that means. This is a hockey hoodie. Very warm. I like the stringy strings and MSU stuff again, and some more running gear. This alcohol though, this is awesome. Oh, shouts out to the deep fry my brother got me. I don't know what I'm gonna use that for yet, but this is some Lafroig 10-year scotch, and with this Lafroig, let me put this back in its little case. I didn't mean to throw it, but I threw it onto a pile of clothes, so it's not like it's gonna ruin it. Oops, I forgot this. So with this Lafroig, you get a plot of land for every bottle you buy. You get a plot of land at the Lafroig distillery in Scotland, in the Isles, I believe they're called. The Isles. I'd like to visit Scotland someday because I really like scotch, and I like the delicious liquor that comes from that country. So I'd like to visit there and visit my plot of land. You can go to the website for Lafroig and type in your number. I don't know, like the number that they give you on this little card, and then it shows you where your plot of land is, and it shows you who has a plot of land next to you. Very cool thing, because they have a lot of land, so I get a little tiny piece of land. And then if I go to this distillery, I can actually go see where my plot of land is and go look around and say, this place is wonderful. So that was cool, awesome gift from my brother-in-law, and I got a lot of other cool stuff from Megan and my family, or cool things from Megan and my family. So, good Christmas. What'd you guys get? Tell me in the comments. What else did I want to talk about? Oh, another thing I wanted to mention is that Megan and I have been watching that series on Netflix that everyone's talking about, Making a Murderer, or The Making of a Murderer, something like that, about this murder case in Wisconsin. And I have the same hairline as a guy in that series, and he shaves his head so it's only buzzed a little bit. And I was watching that last night. We went through 5 episodes last night. We binge watched for 5 hours. There's 10 episodes, so we got 5 more hours to go. Megan and I are gonna have to finish that sometime in the next couple of days. I don't know when, we're both kind of busy, but there's a guy with the same hairline as me, and he had his head shaved off. And I just thought to myself, you know what, when I'm around 30, when I'm really starting to lose my youthful looks that I think in my own head that I have, but you probably watching this thing, this motherfucker looks old. I'm just gonna have to shave it all off, because that's what this guy looks like. He gave up, and I think I'm going to give up eventually too. I flip it around a little bit, I put a little stuff on my hands, and I do a bunch of weird stuff, but eventually it's gonna be over and I'm gonna have to admit it. So here's what that guy looks like. And that's me at age 30, I think. So just a little insight into my future. But before we talk about my future, let's talk about my past. Some cool stuff happened at my house, my family's home, this weekend for Christmas. I hope you don't mind me just walking around in my living room kitchen area for this vlog, but my father found a bunch of old videotapes that he thought he had lost when we moved. We have a lot of stuff, or they have a lot of stuff. My parents, I don't live there anymore. That's their issue. They have a lot of stuff in our basement, which is pretty large, and he was rummaging through some boxes trying to find some Christmas supplies, and he actually found all of our old family home videos. He thinks it's all of them because it's a lot. He had no idea where they were, and they were just in some random box in a corner. And he sent them into, this was about like right after Thanksgiving, and there's these companies that can convert old VHS, I can't even remember what format they were. I think they were VCRC or something, some pre-VHS format. I think it's VHS-C, and then there's VHS. I don't know a lot about early 90s filming technology. So he just had a bunch of tapes. He sent them into, there's these companies where you can have those tapes turned into MP4 file formats or DVDs. He originally got them turned into DVDs, and I was like, but Dad, can you please have them turned into MP4 file formats, because then I can edit the home videos myself and I can put them on my computer, because when these companies put them on DVDs, they put copyright protections on them, so they're kind of hard to rip to your computer. You don't care about that, but what is important is that we got a couple of the DVDs back. They're sending them back one at a time, and then I just said, please convert the rest to file formats, so they're going to do that. But on these DVDs were some interesting home videos that I had not seen ever before. I lived in these moments, so I experienced these moments, and my parents remembered these. I did not remember these, and I had an amazing time watching these videos with Megan. My family also watched them at home Christmas morning before I got there, so I'm glad I didn't watch these moments with my family because they're kind of embarrassing. It is apparent why I am a YouTuber as my current job. It makes a lot more sense after watching these videos. If you watch your home videos as a child and you were kind of douchey and you always wanted to be in front of the camera, or you always said something kind of weird, you might be a YouTuber. You should look into YouTube as a possible means to earning enough money to not be homeless, because that's what I did. I think I'm just gonna show a couple of clips here so you guys can get what I'm talking about. What clips do I wanna show? Well, some of you know that I have a brother and a sister. They're both younger, so I was the oldest. And how about I show this clip of, we were about to move out of this. So I've lived in 3 houses in my life with my family. A very small house we lived in from when I was 0 to 5, and then we moved to a larger house that I lived in from 5 to 16, I believe, 5 to 15, 16, and then my parents live in this, the house that we moved into was a house they built on some property we had in our family, and it's a very nice, very big house that my family worked very hard to earn, especially my mom and dad. Well, really only my mom and dad. I didn't pay for that. So I'm very proud of them, and I'm glad they love the house so much, and I love going back to the house. I only lived in it for a few years though. So this is my brother, my sister, and myself being filmed by my mom. And it is the night before we are going to move from our smallest house that I was in from the age of 1 to 5, or 0 to 5, into a larger house that we lived in for most of my life growing up. So she was very excited, and she asked all of the kids how they were feeling. Here's my reaction.
This is our last night in this house, isn't it?
It's not nighttime yet. What time is it?
It's probably about 8:30.
I thought it was 7.
How do you feel about moving into a new house?
I feel like I'm a chicken.
You do.
I said I felt like a chicken. I have no idea what I was talking about. I have no idea why I said that, but that's what I said. So, very interesting insight for me as to how I was feeling about moving into a new house. I will just have to make a mental note of that for when I'm a parent, that kids say some things that make absolutely no sense sometimes, and you just gotta roll with it. You gotta be like, okay, thank you for your thoughts. Do I wanna show 1 or 2 more clips? So I'm gonna show 2 more clips here to end this video. The first one is very important, and it actually relates to what I am doing now, filming myself talking and putting it on the internet for people to watch and for me to earn a living. So that will be insightful. I think you'll like that. And then the last clip is a very embarrassing clip of myself and my brother playing. When I first watched it, my reaction was, how am I not gay? I just react in some very interesting ways as a child to the point where if I was my parent, I'm totally okay with this, but I would have assumed that I was gay. So it's interesting that I like women and I love my wife, but she had that same reaction too. You were a very effeminate young boy. So I just wanted to warn you before you saw that. But first, let's look at this clip of my dad was filming one Christmas in 1997, I believe, or 1996. I'm not sure exactly around what time it was. He was filming my brother and I opening presents at my grandfather's house. And I actually got a little emotional watching this at first because my grandfather, this particular grandfather, died in 2003. Both of my grandparents that were in my immediate family, we have kind of a wide-ranging family. I don't want to get into explaining all of it, but my two grandparents I saw most growing up. My mom's father died in 1997, and then the one you're gonna see in this video, my grandpa that was on my dad's side, he died in 2003 when I was 13. So both pretty young. I'm 25 now. I haven't heard or seen any footage of my grandfather since, the funeral probably in 2003. So I got emotional seeing him. I'd kind of forgotten his voice. I hadn't forgotten what he looked like, obviously, but it's a really cool clip of him giving myself and my brother a Nintendo 64 on Christmas, and that was the console I most played as a child with my brother. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, GoldenEye, Donkey Kong, Banjo-Kazooie. This Mario Kart Racing, this is my youth, my childhood, my love of video games is formed during this time when I have a Nintendo 64 and then I get a PlayStation 2 and then I get an Xbox 360 and on, and it just leads me to this point. So this is a very pivotal moment in my life. I don't know as pivotal, and I react in a really weird, douchey way. I described this to my dad and he's like, no, this is just what kids say. And I was like, Dad, I was a douche. So here's what I say when my father is filming me opening a Nintendo 64 for the first time with my brother.
What is it? Ew.
Is that R2D2?
Yeah. Oh, what you got, Rachel?
Just right there.
What are they?
What's it do?
Nothing, I
Peanut?
don't think. I think it's just something to sit on your dress.
Joel?
Oh,
Joel? What do you say?
nursery of all little
Thank you.
animals.
Oh, you got candy?
Cool.
What is it, Joel?
You know what that is?
You did.
Nintendo, but we don't have any games for it.
Yes, you do, at home.
They won't work on the, well, were they?
We got one at home you haven't seen yet, Joe.
Oh,
It's a
cool.
surprise.
But I know how much that costs.
Well, that's for
What do you
Grandma,
say
that's
for that,
Grandma
Joel?
and Grandpa.
Thank you.
That's a big thank you, isn't it?
Yes, I got one. What? Yeah.
I said, I know how much that costs. And it cost a lot. It cost the equivalent of what a modern day PS4 Xbox One costs. I don't remember exactly the price of an N64 in that year, but it was an expensive console. Consoles have not gotten any more expensive over the years. With inflation adjustments, they cost pretty much the same throughout the 90s and to the 2000s. Actually, I think Sega was really expensive, or there was some that used to be way more expensive by inflation adjusted prices, but that was an expensive gift my grandfather got myself and my brother, and I said, I know how much that costs, and my dad was like, no, you say big thank you, please. So, I don't know. I wish I could go back in time and be like, psh, you thank your grandfather, but, I think he knew how much we played it after he got it for us, so he probably appreciated it in time, and he was a very generous and thoughtful man, so I liked getting that gift, and I just wish I could go back to that moment and say, thank you, this thing is going to change my life. And he would probably be like, what the hell are you talking about? Keep playing sports. I don't know. So that's that clip. And now we will end on a funny note, kind of an embarrassing note for myself. My brother and I were playing with this toy called the Crazy Daisy. And the Crazy Daisy, you hooked up a hose to it, and it was a daisy that, like, those modern day, when you drive by an auto sale lot, and there's the crazy inflatable wacky tube man or whatever. I'm doing it with my arm. That was the Crazy Daisy, except water shot out of it. So my brother and I were playing with that thing, and my mom was filming it. And I was the older brother, and I always wanted the things. I moved my brother out of the way to get things. My brother's super chill, you know, he wouldn't get mad at me usually for being a douche and always trying to take possession and control of things. And I tried to do that in this clip. I tried to get the crazy days from him. He shot me in the eye with water. I mean, not painful at all. I cry about it, and then I run at Tyler, my brother, and take possession of the Crazy Daisy in one of the more embarrassing things I've probably ever done in my life. It's documented on film, and you can watch it right now.
Ah, you stupid! Ah, dang it! Tyler, you just took it out of there. No, go away.
Are you okay, Joel?
He whipped that thing at me. Into my eyes. Jeez, Tyler. Tyler! Stop it! God dang it!
Okay.
I hope you don't think less of me. That is embarrassing, and I don't know what to take from that other than I'm sorry, Tyler, I'm sorry, Mom. And if you guys want to see more childhood clips in the future, when we get those files back in a week or two, I'll look through them and watch them with Megan and laugh a lot more and show you the ones I really like. So that's home videos. Anything else I wanted to talk about? Ooh, really briefly, let's go into my guest bedroom. So these are all of the t-shirts that I said I had, t-shirts and sweatshirts to give away. I said I was gonna make an announcement about them like a week ago, and I haven't, how many do I have? I have like 209, and actually some people came over and took 2 of them, so I actually have 207 now, but that's how many hoodies I have and how many shirts. I said I was going to make an announcement about how people could get these, because I just want to get them out of the guest bedroom. There's a lot of them, and they're taking up space. But I did not make an announcement because I am stuck between 2 things, or actually like 3 things. So my first idea was, well, let me just set up an email account that people can send their address to, and I can just, you know, pick the first whatever 200 and send them a shirt. And then I found out how much that would cost. Well, it's doable for people that live in the United States. International shipping, it would be $24 a person. That's not really doable. For people that live in the United States, it would be about $7 a person, and I have some funds saved up from the sales of these that I mean, I could cover about 200. I'd be spending some of my own money, but it could just be a goodwill thing. Or I was thinking that people could donate money, you know, just based on the honor system. I don't really know how to do this. There's a charity that I've really wanted to work with, and they could just, I mean, not in any formal way though, they could just, you know, donate money to this place and send me a screenshot of them donating like $1 or $2 to this organization, and then I could send them a shirt as a reward or a thank you. I don't know, that was kind of a half-hearted idea. And then, or, you know, I could do a live stream where if people donate a couple of dollars, then I could, you know, send them the shirt just to cover a little bit of the cost. So I was going in between being really charitable, being charitable towards another organization, or just making a little bit of money back for myself to cover the cost. I don't really know what I want to do. I don't know if I'm asking you what I should do or just telling you why I haven't done anything yet, but I have these shirts to send out, and I know some people are interested in them. So this is just an update, me saying I'm trying to decide what to do about these, and we'll probably put out an official statement of how I will give these out in the next couple of days. Of course, I said that last time, so fuck me. Hey, Miguel, let's turn that off. So, thank you guys for watching this vlog. I don't really know what I accomplished other than showing you some old home videos, my Christmas presents, and explaining to you what I'm gonna do with my hairline when I am 30 years old. I'm gonna go edit this video now and upload some actual video game footage to my channel. I need to edit that as well. It's noon, and I'll probably get lunch sometime between I don't know why I'm telling you my schedule. Thank you for watching. Have a good rest of your day.